Hey everybody, I'm Star.
And I'm Darius.
And this is Snack Vent, coming to you live from our Clintonville studio, which is actually our guest room, which is actually a combination of a gym and a bedroom. But anyhow, join us as we count down your favorite snacks from the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Let's get snacking.
Hey everybody. It is Saturday, December 7th, and we are back with a weekend. You do the weekend edition of Snack Vent. I'm Star.
I'm Darius.
And I've been busy today. Viewers will note it's really not a weird outfit, but I've painted twice today. One form of painting is actually called frosting, but I frosted 4 dozen cookies for an event tomorrow. Yeah, you've seen them, but thank you. And then I painted some walls in the kitchen. And then I went to the grocery store where I was again not whammied.
Yes, I heard no wham last Christmas, so we are
so far
we are 0 and
marked
7,
safe.
which is good.
So far marked safe.
Yes.
From last Christmas. So all there. Darius, you ready to just head on over to the calendar and reveal our snack
Yes,
of
I'm going to go to the calendar and pull off the little
right.
All
See
right.
what we've got.
Here we go. Corn nuts. Corn nuts. One of my favorites.
Nuts.
I'm so happy.
Corn nuts. All right. So Darius actually knows this. I'm not sure if I've had corn nuts.
I've had I love barbecue. The
Regular or BBQ?
I said barbecue.
He's not gonna get the
No,
reference.
I-
He knows there's a movie that involves corn nuts, but
There's also ranch, which I have not had before, but I'm going to have to try those.
yeah. So I was initially very, very excited about the Corn Nut Day because they do, even though I didn't grow up eating them, they were popularized in the 80s and 90s. And they play a huge role in pop culture, particularly in kind of a cult 90s film for women of a certain age, being mine. Then I started doing a deeper dive into the movie, which I'll touch on after we try our snack. And
Doesn't age well, huh?
it didn't age well, no. Alongside the corn nut, we're going to touch on the Frito, the original corn chip, because we got a real corn corn connection here. So on the corn nuts are roasted or fried kernels of corn. I suspect these are fried. Again, I feel like I had to have had these at some point.
Man,
Oh my gosh!
They are crunchy, but they're good.
Wow, these are delicious. They actually remind me just of a crunchier Frito. I guess because they're both corn, this shouldn't be a shock to me.
Salty deliciousness,
Wow.
like a Frito.
So, oh my gosh, you guys, I really want our tens of viewers to know, I am really impressed.
Nice.
I am-
Good. I like it when you get impressed by some
So,
different snacks you've
roasted or deep fried corn kernels. They're known as concha in Peru, chulpi in Ecuador, and cornnick in the Philippines. Yeah. So it kind of came about in 1936 at the end of Prohibition. This guy, I'm choking on corn nuts because I'm eating them too fast because they're really delicious. So this guy, Olin Huntington, who is an entrepreneur from the San Francisco Bay Area, produced them as a cheap snack to be handed out in bars.
I wonder if he was driving around in his car like the guy from Lay's from yesterday.
I don't think he was, but when we're talking about cheap snacks for bars, I can see these at McSorley's.
Oh yeah, in New York.
Yeah.
Apparently the oldest bar in New York, Abe Lincoln supposedly drank there. But I could definitely see those on the bar at McSorley's.
So at McSorley's, you go in and you got 2 options, light or dark. and you get 2 beers.
Yeah, so if you order 2 beers, you're getting 4.
You get 4. Yeah, if you order a light, do you want light or dark? And you say light, and they bring you 2. And they're not quite pint glasses, and they're in mugs with handles. They also have, you can get cheese and crackers.
Which is hilarious. But one of the best deals, I think, in New York City. If you go to New York, go to McSorley's.
But it comes with mustard and onions.
Yeah, but
like
the cheese,
raw.
it's like cheese like from a deli, and you get an entire sleeve
Of saltines.
Saltines. For like $5.
Strange.
It's such a great deal. In New York, I would just recommend it.
So Olin Huntington comes up with these. But the whole scam to sell these as a cheap snack falls apart when California introduces a law that forbids bars from handing out free food. Right? So this other guy, Albert Holloway, buys the company and starts selling it as corn nuts in stores. And the nut comes from them being crunchy like peanuts. So corn nuts. So saying you're kind of getting like a peanutty type of snack.
Interesting.
And then once they were trademarked as corn nuts, they went through, excuse me, the whole rigmarole that we talked about yesterday with all the acquisitions of all the different companies. They were with Kraft most recently. And yeah, but now I think there was someone else.
I don't know. We could look on
So, you know what? We have these little machines that we can.
I don't have my glasses on. They're probably.
You don't.
They're probably one of the giant snack companies. It doesn't really matter because they're delicious.
But they are delicious. So we'll drop this. They were with Kraft, and then Kraft sold recently. And no, I really want to know this. So, corn nut history. Let's see what this tiny little computer tells me. In 2021, Kraft Foods sold the brand to Hormel. So now you can get cold cuts and corn nuts from Hormel.
Yes.
So they were owned by Holloway and the Corn Nuts Enterprise until they went to Kraft, which now went to Hormel, not Cornell, Andy. Okay, now our Frito, which tastes exactly like a corn nut, but please do. This is one of my favorite snacks after 100 milers. Like the day after.
Remember I mentioned barbecue corn nuts? It's hard to find. You can't find barbecue Fritos anymore.
Yes, you can. I found them for you last year and put them in your Christmas stocking.
I thought that was the twisty things. Well, they're harder to find than they used to be. Oh, yeah. That's delicious, too.
So Fritos were inspired by this guy, C.E. Doolin. He launched them in 1932. Doolin had actually been a fry cook at a Mexican restaurant and purchased the recipe from someone he worked with who had been making these from masa dough. So the Spanish word frit means fry, so fried, and dough, which is masa. But here's what's interesting. The dough is from ground up corn, but it's a specific kind of ground up corn, and it's the same ground corn that they used to make hominy. So you know how like at breakfast restaurants, down south particularly, you can get grits or you can get hominy?
Yeah.
So basically hominy is the corn version of grits, and basically it's liquid Fritos, which doesn't sound as appetizing as the real Frito. So,
man, a lot going on.
There's all the corn nut and Frito history, which I do not have memorized because as I discussed yesterday, I'm typically more of a fruit and vegetable person, right? So you give me a snack, well, I guess this is vegetables.
Corn is a vegetable, but
it's fried. So I'm learning a ton of stuff, but this pace is rapid.
Yeah.
So, corn nuts, going back there. This movie, Heathers. Now, you and I talked about it. And we also kind of talked about why we're not going to talk about it a ton. Corn nuts were really pushed into pop culture in the 90s. Because in this movie, one of the main characters, Veronica, is getting something from a gas station. She asks the original main Heather if she wants anything. She says, corn nuts. And Veronica says, regular or BBQ? And Heather goes, BBQ! Like Veronica's stupid for not knowing that. Well,
she kind of is because BBQ is the best.
Spoiler alert, next day, this Heather is dead. But like her last croaked words as she dies are corn nuts. So it's really exciting to talk about this movie just in general because it was something that my friends and I watched a lot and talked and quoted a lot. And back in the 90s, this movie was like dry comedy, dark comedy, super campy. And part of the reason we laughed at it so hard was because it was so outlandish. It was so unrealistic. It was so out of left field that the plot of this movie and how it evolves would ever actually happen, that even though it was very dark comedy, it was hilarious because it was outlandish. It did not age well because many of the things that seemed so outrageous in this movie have actually since happened and are kind of part of culture now. So Heather's,
See ya, Heather's.
you actually said, hey, we should watch that because I've never seen it. And I'm like, I don't think I want to
I'm okay.
go there.
No,
So
I'll just enjoy my corn nuts and Fritos.
yeah, me too. I'm definitely, corn nuts are, they are in. They
Good.
are a new fish snack. So tomorrow,
We're going
live
live.
episode.
We have a live snack fest episode.
Very festive.
It's going to be very festive.
It's going to be very festive.
Yes.
We're super excited about that.
Yep.
We are at the end of our first week. It's crazy.
If you want to subscribe,
If you want to get your snack time content every day, click.
subscribe.
Or find us on YouTube. We are at Snack Time with Darius. Bye.